Hi guys, this is Danesh here from GN Tech. Last week we saw the release of the Samsung Note 7. Before we get into what the device is all about, we need to know how it got here. So we're taking a look of the journey that Samsung took in the Note series. Come check it out. The first Note came out back in 2011. Since then we've seen all the way up till 5 and this year's 7. Samsung jumped over to Note 7 because they wanted to catch up with their series on the S7, S7 Edge, as well as, I'm going to guess, the iPhone 7. So the first Note was the first of its kind. It was, well, massive. It was a 5.3-inch 1280 by 800 Super AMOLED, an Exynos chipset, which was, well, also the first of its kind. It had a 1 GB RAM, came with two options of storage, 16 as well as 32, and had a 2500 milliamp battery, an 8 megapixel camera on the back and a 2 megapixel camera on the front. Obviously the biggest release of all was the S Pen. So for the first time you had a dedicated stylus. It's not that styluses didn't exist, it's just that this was a dedicated stylus for a device. It worked beautifully with the device, you could write on it, you could draw on it, basically changing the way we look at smartphones altogether. The second Note was where a massive upgrade came down. It came with a 5.5-inch display, so that was even bigger than what, well, it started out with. It was a 1280 by 720 Super AMOLED again, another Exynos chip, a 2 GB of RAM. This time it came upgradable to 64 GB of storage, again an 8 megapixel rear camera and a 2 megapixel front camera. A 3100 milliamp battery, and this time it was running Android 4.1 and was upgradable to KitKat. The S Pen also got upgraded. It was now able to do pen gestures, split screen multi-viewing as well as Air View. In September of 2013, Samsung decided to upgrade the Note series even further, coming out with the Note 3, a 5.7-inch Full HD Super AMOLED, and for the first time with a choice in two processors. One was the Snapdragon 800 while the other was the Exynos. 3 GB of RAM, similar storage as the Note 2, 13 megapixels on the back and a 2 megapixel front camera. A 3200 milliamp battery, and was running Android 4.3 Jelly Bean, which later got upgraded to Lollipop. The Note 3 came with plastic leather as opposed to the silicone that was there in the past. The S Pen got air commands, action memos and handwriting recognition. It was in 2014 at IFA when Samsung took the biggest upgrade to the Note of all. A 5.7-inch Quad HD Super AMOLED display, Snapdragon as well as Exynos processors, 3 GB of RAM, storage expandable up to 128 GB, 16 megapixel camera at the back and a 3.7 front. 3200 milliamps on the battery and KitKat when it came out, and again it was upgradable to Lollipop. The S Pen didn't see too many upgrades with the Note 4, but well, it was still functional. They had slimmed it down, added buttons to it. But yeah, the Note 4 did not see as much success as they would have expected, selling only 4.5 million units in its first month. They later did come out with the Note 4 Edge, which was the first ever phone to have a curved display. So last year was when we finally saw the Note 5. Samsung revisited everything that they had already done. They got a full metal unibody, a gold back, they got new colors altogether, but similar Quad HD screen, an Exynos processor, 16 megapixel rear camera, a 5MP front camera and 3000 milliamps of battery. And for the first time, the Note series had a non-removable battery. The S Pen saw a lot of upgrades too, but mostly which were in functionality. It got a click at the back like you have on a normal pen to add functionality. So last week we came up to the Note 7. The Note 7 for the first time has curved edges, but unlike the Note Edge, it's not completely curved. It doesn't affect your hold and grip on the device. One major upgrade to the device is that for the first time it's waterproof. Along with the device itself being waterproof, the S Pen is too. You can write with it in water. The S Pen got some major upgrades. The nib itself has been dropped by over 60%, which makes writing, drawing and stuff much easier. Last year the device had 2048 points of pressure which it could recognize. Today that has been doubled to 4096, which I think makes it one of the most sensitive styluses in existence right now. Apart from that, the device does come with Snapdragon as well as Exynos processors. This side of the world most probably is going to receive Exynos processors. Other upgrades on the Note 7 include the processor itself, which has been up to the Snapdragon 820. We've got the 12 megapixel camera, which is on the S7 as well as the S7 Edge, which is fantastic for low light photography. We've got a 5 megapixel camera in front and a 3500 milliamp battery, which was slightly controversial because people thought that they'd put in a 4000 milliamp battery, but well, the rest is to be seen. So that was a quick look at what the Note series was and what it has become. For an in-depth review of the Note 7, do check out our YouTube page at GNTech AE. If you liked what you saw, do like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.